Hi guys, how are you getting on?
I'm good, mate. You?
I'm very good indeed, very good indeed. So, guys, I was listening to one of your callers earlier. He's a Man United fan. He's really pessimistic. To be fair, I'm actually quite optimistic coming into this season, and I'll explain to you why. Last season, we didn't have any recognised fit left back. Coming into this season, we've got Luke Shaw, we've got Malacia, and we've got the young lad Harry Amas, who I think looks really, really promising, and I can see him breaking through this season. Looking at the centre-back situation, guys, I don't know about you, but I think that we've got the best centre-back in the Premier League in Martinez. And I think whoever plays alongside Martinez as a centre-back, I think will elevate their game playing alongside him.
Freddie, come on, Fred. Come on.
How?
He ain't the best centre-half in the league.
Mate, he's a World Cup winner. He's a World Cup winner. And he won the tournament this summer, the
Copa America.
Yeah, exactly. So, coming into this season, mate, I think he's going to be dynamite. We look at the right back.
Who's going to play alongside him?
Well, look, to be fair, I think obviously we've got the young lad who's injured, but I think why not Harry Maguire? He'll have a point to prove this season as well. Obviously not being picked for England, not having a great season last season. I think he's going to come in with a point to prove. Not just Harry Maguire as well. You're looking at the likes of Rashford. He's definitely going to have a point to prove. And then you've got the other midfielder, young English lad Mason Mount. All three of them I think are going to be fired up for this season. What do you think?
Well, I totally disagree with you, to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest, Fred. I mean, Rashford, they talk about letting him go. You've got Sancho there who don't want to be there. He wants to leave. You've got Casemiro in there who's got his legs are gone. Maguire is I like him and he's got a great attitude, but he ain't a top class centre half anymore. Gets done all the time. If you're playing up front, you're going to fancy your chances against him. Come on, Man United have got a challenge. Really, they should be challenging, but they're not going to. They're a million miles away from that.
They needed to make at least 5 good signings this summer. At least 5 good signings. I mean, they've made one good signing in the centre back, and he's out for 3 months. I think they've got a lot of work to do to well, I don't think they'll be challenging for the league title, and I think they've got a lot of work to do to challenge for a top 4 spot. I really do.
Guys, I completely disagree with you. I mean, look, with regards to Sancho, we don't really need him. We got Diallo and we got the young Argentinian as well, and I think they'll be absolutely magnificent this season. I really do. I think if we look at the centre back situation as well, okay, fair enough, Harry Maguire, but then you've got the likes of Johnny Evans. Why can't he play centre back alongside Martinez? I think he's been solid, absolutely solid for us.
Is this a wind up?
Absolutely not, mate. Absolutely not. Why would it be a wind-up?
Is Johnny Evans still there?
He signed a new 1-year contract. But are you saying that? What are you saying that Man United can challenge for the league title or challenge for a Champions League spot? 100%.
100% they can.
For which
challenge
one?
for the title?
Well, I think they can challenge for the title. 100%.
No chance. They're a million miles. They're a million miles behind Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. They're a million miles.
Look, player for player. You look at man for man, right? If you compare our team to Arsenal and to Liverpool, man for man, we've got a better team than them. Both of them. You can't disagree with that. Man for man.
Man for man.
What do you mean?
Man for man, you've got the same as Man City, the same as Liverpool, and the same as Arsenal. Man for man, you reckon?
I said man for man, we're better than Arsenal and Liverpool. Not necessarily Man City.
Wait, so hold on. So you're telling me that Arsenal's team ain't as good as Man United?
Man for man, I don't think they're as good as Man United, yeah.
So Saka's not as good as Anthony?
I'm not talking about Anthony, but I would say
who then?
Garnacho's up there with Saka, 100%. I think he's equally as effective, if not better, than Saka.
Garnacho played on the left.
But, if we're talking about generally speaking, about wingers, generally speaking, yeah, I mean, I think that, okay, fair enough. If you're looking at that side of the pitch, I would say Saka.
Do you think Johnny Evans would get him Arsenal's team?
Well, Jamie, let's just give you a fact here, right? Man United finished 8th in the league last season, right? With 60 points.
31 points behind Man City.
Right. So there's 60 points, 8 points behind Aston Villa. And Aston Villa has strengthened really well this summer.
I have.
They've strengthened really well this summer. So you're saying that, you know, I mean, you've got a lot of ground to make up. To even be close to Man City, you've got a lot of ground to make up. Arsenal and Liverpool, yet you haven't made the signings that would convince anybody that they're in the realms of being able to compete with Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool.
Well, we won the FA Cup last season, didn't we, by beating Man City?
No, you did win the FA Cup, and credit to you. You know, as at the end of the day, like I've said, and this is the way football's gone a little bit. You'd have thought that Man City being so far ahead of Man City being so far ahead of Man United, 30 points, that they would have just gone out and said, right, you know what, let's go and outplay you. And they didn't. They moved the ball. And this is what happens sometimes with City. They moved the ball side to side, side to side. And if you're organised and sit in against them, you have to be well concentrated. You can get a result against them, but it is very hard. So you did win that. But if you didn't win that game, you finished 8th in the Premier League, your manager would have gone, and it would have been, you know, so winning the FA Cup is a magnificent achievement, and I won't take that away from you, but that masks over a lot of the problems you've got. You haven't got a striker. I like the boy Haaland, but he's out again injured now. You haven't got a striker who'll score you 25, 30 goals. You haven't got a midfield player of world-class note. Casemiro
yes, we do.
Well,
we've got Fernandes and we've got Kobe Mainoo. You're saying they're not
Kobe Mainoo, you're talking about a young kid who had a magnificent Euros. You're gonna rely an awful lot on him next season. Fernandes in terms of world class, I think he's a very, very good player. But you know what? He would be, you know, you'd need. For me, for United, you'd need an Ince or a Paul or a Roy Keane behind him to get the real best out of him. You know, because for me, he's too petulant at times.
Well, look, listen, you can't disagree with me when I say that having Luke Shaw back and having Martinez back is going to provide real stability at the back.
Well, if they play games, Luke Shaw hasn't played. Like I think the season before, he played something like 30 games. On average, he plays 22 games a season through his career. So everybody keeps talking about how great a player Luke Shaw is. I'm not saying he's not a good left back. He doesn't play enough football matches for you. So we'll have to see. Martinez, since he's come to the football club, very, very good centre-back. But he, again, misses a lot of games of football. And if if you're going to do well, your better players have to stay fit for you. I have to.
I couldn't agree with you more, right? But what I'm saying, I'm going on the proviso, right, that Luke Shaw and Martinez will be fully fit and they'll withstand the full season. I think we've got a pretty good chance of challenging for the title. Tell you what, guys, I'll give you a call this time in 6 months, right? We'll have another conversation.
Mate, give us a call in 6 weeks. When Ten Hag is absolutely on his last legs. Let me tell you now, you are not challenging for the title. I will put anything on it that they do not challenge for the title. Anything.
I'll call you back in 6 weeks. We'll have another conversation, right?
If Man United win their first opening 6 games of the season, phone me back and I'll take you out for a drink.
Happy days, mate.
And I'll double that. I can't. In all realisticness, I just can't see that.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.